This morning for our Save volunteer prayer, we all had happy tears to welcome Kathy. Looking around before we began, just all the rest of the happy tears of people entering and seeing her. So I just want to acknowledge that. Acknowledging our community and each person in it, knowing that they are an integral part to our beloved space. Knowing that as we come together, we are one. And we grow together and experience spirit, or whatever we may call that, together more powerfully. And it carries us through our weeks to come. Buoys us in times of need. In our oneness, we are always in one another's presence. And if we want extra support, we're only a call or text away. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful how we show up for one another. So grateful today for Reverend Diana's lesson, knowing that each one of us hears exactly what we need to become the best version of ourselves, to seek the highest vision for ourselves. So in this space of gratitude and love and fellowship, I simply release my prayer knowing it is already done. And together we affirm this by saying,
so it is.
Thank you, Shirley. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. If you're new here with us today, either in the room or online, my name is Reverend Diana Johnson. I'm the pastor and spiritual director here at Mystic Heart Spiritual Center. We're an interfaith community, the only interfaith community in Shasta County. And we teach universal principles and practical spirituality. I trust that you'll hear something this morning that will lead you inward to the guidance and wisdom of your own mystic heart. So I invite you to settle in for the first portion of our morning, our Taizé meditation. Take a deep breath and relax. Let your chair hold your full weight. Feel and know the wholeness, the completeness of this moment as you allow yourself to be carried by the soft tones of Taizé. Joining voices, we let the music take us deeper.
Welcome home to your mystic heart. Lay aside whatever came. salvation star, to guide you to heaven's door, to guide you to heaven's door, to guide you to heaven's door.
For the month of August, follow our opening with When I Pray.
Yes. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my soul go deeper, my soul go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
right here, and right now. The only moment we ever have. Right where I am, wherever that is. I breathe. Knowing that the breath connects me to all of life. That the breath in its own way is a prayer. An intimate connection between me and the source of my life. The source of all life. I take a moment to breathe and feel my connection with all that is. To honor the connection with our global family. Envision with me now a web of consciousness that surrounds and infuses the planet. The Hindu tradition would call it Indra's net. And notice how each of us glows with the spark of divinity, shining within the web. Every human, every creature, every plant, shining the one light from the one source. The rocks and minerals, the water and the wind, the stars and planets, enlivened by the light of Spirit. As we acknowledge our oneness with all that is, we are empowered. There is strength in connection. There is freedom in knowing we are not alone. In belonging to something bigger than ourselves. In belonging with a community. Each of us fills a particular space in this community. Not one of us can take the place of another. We feel this deeply when one is absent. As we recognize our interdependence, we come to realize that our collective practice is powerful. It is creative. It leaves an imprint on human evolution and on the world for all time. In this sacred moment, we set an intention that this imprint be one of welcoming, of love, compassion, kindness, and peace. The flow of Taizé this morning invites us to contemplate the meaning of praying dangerously. These two words rarely appear side by side. What do I mean by praying dangerously? Let's consider the notion that all people, whether they know it or not, are spiritually hungry. We crave a sort of internal nourishment that the material realm cannot provide. Unaware of the nature of our missing piece or our perception of a missing piece, we may look to the world to quench our spiritual thirst, to sate our spiritual hunger. And yet, we all know that we are never fulfilled for long. Our contentment wanes, and once again, we seek the pleasures of the world to make us feel whole. The food we are seeking is a relationship with the sacred, an awareness and daily interactions with divinity. Whether you call it God, Great Spirit, mystery, or infinite intelligence. And prayer involves us in all phases of this food cycle. The planting, the watering, the waiting, the pruning, the harvesting, the cooking, and the eating. Ultimately, the communion with that which we know intuitively will complete us, although we may have no words for this. The metaphor of food cultivation and preparation may seem simplistic, but it is actually a miraculous and mysterious process of the highest order. To grow food is to participate in the very act of creation, serving that mystery to the best of our ability, surrendering our own timing to the timing of the earth. Prayer is very much the same. It involves us, rolls us into the mystery that is spirit, love, life, and truth, demanding from us both action and surrender. This can be a frightening experience. Thus our topic, praying dangerously. Author Regina Sara Ryan suggests that praying dangerously is for those who are hungry to engage prayer as a way of life rather than an occasional hobby. It is an activity for grown-ups, she says, for warriors, adventurers, passionate lovers, not for petulant children who will only be happy when they are getting their own way, dominating the attention of others. She goes on to say that we have all been such children in relationship to God, praying as a type of demand and then becoming hostile, blaming or withdrawn when things don't turn out the way we intended. There is no shame in this behavior. It is simply part of growing up spiritually. It is one step in the journey toward union with the beloved, to which we are all heirs. Praying dangerously is an invitation to expand our prayer lives. No longer are our prayers limited to personal comfort and preferences, security, satisfaction, physical healing, and abundance. Instead, they speak of our commitment to life itself, a commitment to serve and to surrender, to love, honor, cherish, and obey in whatever way is called forth in a given moment. Reflecting on those words, lest they bring up resistance due to past experience, we have defined love as the self-givingness of spirit, its willingness to take form as guided by our thoughts, desires, intentions, words, and actions. Love. Honor, to regard with great respect and to fulfill an agreement. In other words, to be in awe of the great mystery and to consciously play our part in creation. To honor. To cherish, to value another, to hold in great esteem, to treat another with love or self-givingness and affection. This is to cherish. And obey. Obedience, from the Latin, is the act of listening or hearing in the direction of. To obey, to listen in the direction of. So in total, to love, honor, cherish, and obey simply means to give of ourselves to the great mystery by whatever name we call it, in awe of its power and process, to listen for its guidance, and to do so with respect, awareness, appreciation, and affection, all of this leading us to surrender.
Prayer is commonly thought of as talking to God, usually telling the all-knowing deity what is wrong in our lives and asking that it be fixed. Rabbi Yeshua taught that Spirit already knows our needs and that it is God's good pleasure to give us the heavenly kingdom. The Creator is already giving us all we need. Are we just not receptive? Telling Spirit what we need makes no more sense than praying for the sun to come up tomorrow, for gravity to continue holding us to the earth, or for the tides to come in. What is it that we think we can tell the infinite cosmic intelligence that it doesn't already know? The Divine Beloved knows and is already giving all of itself to us. Yeshua practiced and taught radical reliance on God, unconditional trust in the workings of divine infinite intelligence, and that our needs are just as important to Spirit as keeping the planets in their orbits. The key to experiencing peace, wholeness, and joy is to live in faith and gratitude, and absolutely knowing that God, if we let them, will take care of us. How then shall we pray? Acknowledging that the Spirit within us is the very same power that creates, maintains, and sustains the entire universe, we give thanks for all that we have been given and for all that is yet to come. Then we abide in the divine presence, listening for the still small voice, letting it guide us into our highest good. As we share these 3 minutes of silent meditation, I invite us to let go of any and all judgments that something or anything is wrong or missing, to stop praying for things or conditions, and to contemplate all that is right in our universe, all that we are grateful for, all the beauty, all the joy. God is the infinite love, intelligence, and wisdom of the universe. Let divine wisdom reveal itself to you. Let the love of Spirit unfold and disclose itself to you and through you. And then listen with your inner ear. Divine Beloved, thank you for your grace that has brought us to this time and this place. We know and trust that your grace continues to inspire, guide, and sustain us. And thank you for these loving souls worshiping with me here today. May I always see the Christ light shining within each one, and may we each share your love with everyone we meet. This world is not perfect. We have a lot of work to do. But we cannot pray away the injustice and contempt we see out there. That's not God's doing. That is human responsibility. But we can pray for guidance to act effectively on the human plane, for greater intuition and discernment as to how to respond to the situation. So unified in divine love, we allow Reverend Diana's continued Taizé meditation to live in our hearts, to be a prayer that never ceases, to keeps moving us toward our highest expression of spirit, encouraging us always to continue praying dangerously.
Philosopher and mystic Ken Wilber says that religion, or the spiritual life, has two functions. The first is translational, in that it helps us to translate old values, behaviors, thinking and speaking patterns into new, more life-affirming ones. We may begin speaking a language of kindness, substituting service for self-obsession. We may clean up our addictive patterns and begin giving loved ones the attention and respect they deserve. In other words, in translational spirituality, we use prayer and other spiritual practices to bring harmony where previously there was chaos and discontent. The second function, according to Wilber, is transformational. Again, pulling from Ryan's Praying Dangerously, far from aiming at peace, transformational prayer aims at the sword, the self or ego that in the course of translational prayer is dismantled and rearranged in a new and clearer syntax, is now wiped out. It no longer has the least say in the play. With transformational prayer, the separate self has been subsumed by what is larger, or truer, or higher. Transformational prayer is about death to all our notions of God, prayer, holiness, spiritual life, satisfaction, and peace. In case we might be tempted to equate transformational spirituality with being in the state of flow, or having a peak or bliss experience, neither is this what is meant. It does not necessarily look like gentleness or attractiveness to others. These qualities and appearances may still be grounded in the small self. Real transformation is beyond the ego. It points to something total, complete, and permanent, and yet not necessarily recognizable, and often unpredictable. The masters and mystics whose stories we know so well, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, and countless others, lived lives on their own terms. They challenged the conventional wisdom of their cultures and brought instead a deeper wisdom, a sense of what is right and true into their teachings. In their own times, their words and actions were revolutionary, subversive, definitely challenging leaders and followers alike. It has been said that the most dangerous prayer is yes. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Yes, I am. From our hearts to God's ears. Each of these amazing beings said yes to a calling, and their yes left the world a more beautiful place. Is there something that is awaiting your yes? I'd like to close with a prayer of not knowing from the book entitled Praying Dangerously. Oh God, I do not know how to pray, because I do not know what it means to pray properly, to pray in such a way as to serve or worship. I must offer what I have and can do as my prayer. And here it is. Let this posture be the prayer. Let this intention be the prayer. Let this very not knowing be the prayer. Let this breath be the prayer. Let this resistance and discomfort be the prayer. Let this distraction be the prayer. Let this drinking of tea be the prayer. Let this eating of breakfast be the prayer. Let this hectic schedule be the prayer. Let this attempt at remembrance be the prayer. Let the steps walked in silence across the parking lot be the prayer. Let the bird song noted be the prayer. Let this poor journal writing be the prayer. Let the vastness of the night sky be the prayer. Let worrying and then dropping the worry be the prayer. Let chanting and dancing and reading be the prayer. Let dressing and undressing be the prayer. Let sleeping and rising and sleeping and rising be the prayer. Let missing someone be the prayer. Let memories and whispered calls for help for others be the prayer. Let opening the door and putting on and taking off shoes be the prayer. Let the keeping of simple order be the prayer. Let the celebration of light and darkness be the prayer. Let warmth and cold be the prayer. All of it, not bad, not good, just as it is, and wondrous all of it, be the prayer. O God, in my helplessness, from nowhere, with nothing, let these poor prayers, as flowers, draw you to the garden, from which their fragrance arises. May our thoughts, words, and actions be guided. May we know that these too are our prayers. May we each grow in wisdom, finding and accomplishing those things that are uniquely ours to do. And by our efforts, may the world be just a little more peaceful and loving. Thank you, Giver of Life, for our growing awareness, for our deep connection with you and with one another. Thank you for the many blessings of this and every day. Thank you, Great Spirit, for this spiritual community and the way it shines your light in the world. Knowing that as I speak my word, it is acted upon by your loving and lawful presence. I can let it go in full faith that it is moving into form and experience here and now. And so I do. And so it is.
So it is.
Amen. Enjoy a musical meditation.
Here is where I lay down every burden in the ground. This is my surrender. This is my surrender. Here is where I lay down every lie and every doubt. And this is my surrender. I will be cruel for you to do whatever you want to, whatever you want to. I will be cruel for you to do whatever you want to, whatever you want to. Here is where I lay it down, every burden, every crown. This is my surrender. This is my surrender. Here is where I lay it down, every lie and every doubt. This is my surrender. I will be cruel for you to do whatever you want to, whatever you want to. I will be cruel for you to do whatever you want to, whatever you want to. Shake up the ground of all my tradition, break down the walls of all my religion. Your way's better, your way's better. Shake up the ground of all my tradition, break down the walls of all my religion. Your way's better, your way's better. Shake up the ground of all my tradition, break down the walls of all my religion. Your way's better, your way's better.
As we prepare to close our Taizé this morning, I invite you to bring your awareness back into the space. Notice the feeling of the air on your skin. Notice your own sensations. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, taking in whatever is before you. And if you so choose, glancing around to see who is here with us this morning in celebration and in communion and devotion, the quieter part of our morning. So as we close, we offer the opportunity this morning for you to share of your financial good with our community in support of the work that we're doing. We are an independent, self-sustaining organization, not connected to any larger form. So we depend on your generous gifts of support. So if you found value in our time together today, feel free to share the love. And as we do that, I share with you a video that I just found yesterday. I thought it was quite enjoyable, and I hope you do as well. It's called Lest We Forget. So what we will do is say thank you so much for the offerings as they are given. They are received with the same love with which you have given them. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing these gifts through the hands and hearts of our community members. We pledge to do good work, to grow them and expand them, offering them back as greater gifts yet to the community, and so it is. All right. So I'm going to call my musician over away from the computer, and we will share that video another time. And we're going to go ahead and bless you on your way to whatever's next for you today. Some of you may be going on to your Sunday. Others will likely arrive. Some will want to go get some coffee or tea or something and come back. At 10:30 we have a conscious conversation. Gets a little livelier. You're invited to share your wisdom or not and to listen to others. And in addition to that, some upbeat music and just a really good time. So I'm going to bless you on your way to whatever's next for you. May your soul always find what you're looking for. May your heart always lead the way. May you live in peace and harmony. And may love always fill your day. May your path be strewn with happiness. May success find you everywhere. May you always embrace compassion and grace. And may God always answer your prayer. May you always embrace compassion and grace. And may God always answer your prayer. Thank you for sharing your Sunday. Hope to see you back for conversation. And don't forget to pick up a new bulletin because the September classes coming up are all listed in there with dates and books and all that stuff.
And I figured
Coming together slowly but surely as everyone is just enjoying each other and the great coffee and the cookies. So just knowing it's all good. Knowing that as I enter this space of stillness, knowing that it's always here, always an anchor. That even in moments of joy and happiness and activity, that creates a solid foundation in me. So knowing today, as our next conscious conversation unfolds, knowing that each of us hears exactly what we need to hear, whether it's from Reverend Diana or the questions she's posing, that the wisdom in the room brings forth that next yet to be, that next evolution of our consciousness. So that we're consistently and constantly walking towards that highest vision and version of ourselves. As we grow individually, we are also interdependent with one another in that growth. And our friends and members even get to reflect those things in us that we want to work on. So we get to bless each other that way, and knowing that it's all good, that it's all spirit, or whatever you want to call that, all the goodness of the universe, all the creativity in action, shining light in those places that we aren't looking. So we get to be here, we get to show up for one another in community, and we have fun with it all. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. Amen. I'll read this little part. Good morning and welcome. I'm Reverend Diana.
What a cutie.
Music at all from like one room away.
I'm
So
wondering where you were.
yeah,
I'll just read this one part.
we were in the prayer room, and yeah, I didn't hear the music at all. So maybe we need to upgrade it, because if I couldn't hear it there,
We have Reverend Diana too at the podium.
yeah,
Yeah.
if I can't hear it one room away, then it's not making it to the kitchen.
And my name is Cherie, and I'm going to soon be introducing Reverend Diana. And she is the pastor and spiritual director of our Mystic Heart. We're an independent interfaith community that teaches universal principles and practical spirituality. We welcome you home to our gathering place. And my prayer is that you'll hear something here today that points you to the guidance and wisdom of your own mystic heart. Before we move into our conscious conversation, let's join our voices in musical celebration. Yay! You're welcome.
I thought we were going to let her sing in part too.
Yeah, that would be great.
You want it?
If I knew how.
Let's say you could come up and sing.
Come on in, Ringo.
All right. Yeah, we'll check that volume on that song. Its purpose is to alert everyone all the way to the kitchen.
I've been telling the sound people for years.
Yeah.
Crank it, dude.
Crank it, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to the Mystic Heart. Join the celebration. Lift your voice and sing your part. Make this affirmation. Spirit be us happy. Loving hearts to share.
Come to me, we are love, we are one. One big family. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. He's alive. Everybody beat. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Woo! For the month of August, we're gonna let it be. Don't catch on, it's simple. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let the peace. We let the peace wash over us. We let it be. We let the joy. We let the joy wash over us. We let it be. Let the grace come. We let the grace wash over us. We let it be. Bring me some love. We let the love wash over us. We let. One more time with some more love. We let the love wash over us. We let it be. And so it is. Let's keep that powerful energy going and growing as we join in our sacred practice of envisioning together a love-soaked world. We enter our vision this morning finding ourselves firmly planted in a world where all humans are living from their deepest wisdom and their most generous natures. Thoughtful of the impact that their words and thoughts and actions have on one another and on our beautiful planet that sustains us. This is a world without greed, where there's absolute abundance in simply having enough, where all needs are met gracefully and easily, where nutritious food, clean water, and pure air are readily available to all, no matter where you live, no matter which family you're born into, where warm, comfortable, and affordable housing is a given, where all beings feel a sense of safety, belonging, and contribution, where mental and physical health, education, and healthy relationships are ensured by social systems grounded in integrity, honesty, and wholeness. Feel and know with me now a world where all beings work and play at whatever feeds the soul, and all are well compensated for their service. All are valued and respected for their inherent goodness, their authenticity, and vulnerability is not only welcomed, but it's celebrated. The peace we've cultivated within ourselves shows up as a world free of hatred, violence, or indifference.
The love that we are here to share is given freely to whomever our hearts are called to love. We have moved beyond all lines of separation. And we live as one human family, caring for one beautiful planet and all that she contains and sustains. By the power of our collective intention, our powerful imagining, and inspired action, transformation is happening now. We are creating a world that works for all beings. We are not caught up in appearances. Like the prophets of old, we are doing good work and cannot come down. We will not come down from our high vision. It is,
Yes.
it is through our hands, our feet, our voices, and our hearts that positive change happens and is happening. As we align our actions with our visions, living these changes in our own lives with our families, our friends, our neighbors. This community stands as an open and welcoming place for all who seek support, belonging, and a sense of family. It redefines church as a place of self-discovery, authenticity, kindness, radical inclusion, and love.
Amen.
As we are guided to the truth that lies in every one of our hearts. By the creative power of our deep knowing, clear vision, and inspired action, this prayer is acted upon right here and right now. A prayer spoken and deeply felt is a prayer answered, and in full acceptance and expectation of its graceful unfolding with the deepest humility and a soul-felt gratitude, we release our word to the one who gets it done, and so it is. Amen. Amen. So it be right now. That just, I don't know if you're feeling like this, but that does that to me. I really encourage you. These transcripts are online every week. If you ever want to pull it up and use it for your daily practice, it's a powerful practice. And it is transformative and creative. So, look around, say good morning. Who has come, who has stayed, who has gone, whatever. Something that we spoke last week was that when we do that, it's fun, but I encourage you to really see one another, because we don't ever know if this will be the last time. We never know for any of us. So just really see one another. This is a space that encourages that kind of safety. If you were here for Taizé this morning, you might recall some contemplations. So I'm going to do a very quick kind of a review and then ask some questions and then pivot on to taking the conversation further. So we reflected on what it means to pray dangerously. So let me clarify, lest you mistakenly think that the kind of danger we're talking about is the lack of safety. It is not a lack of safety.
Thank you for that.
It is not. But praying dangerously can feel unsafe because it might be new to some of us. The kind of prayer we're talking about, anytime we start something brand new, if it's unfamiliar, it can feel a little bit frightening. Doesn't mean it's actually unsafe. It just means it feels uncomfortable. And you know what? A little bit of discomfort is a good thing. We're all very, very comfortable. And in fact, in the wellness class, we're reading a book right now called Good Stress, the physical benefits, the health benefits of doing hard things. So a little bit of discomfort moves us along. So that said, we began with the idea that all people, whether they know it or not, are spiritually hungry. We crave some sort of internal nourishment, and mistaking that for something's missing in the physical life, we look outside of ourselves to fill it with things or with people or relationships or other physical circumstances. So we have a tendency to look to the material world to make us feel whole. But that's not how it works, because typically the food we're seeking is really a relationship with, I'd say, spirit, I could say the sacred, I could say the divine, I could say our own highest wisdom, I could say God. I can say all those things interchangeably. And what I'm talking about is the creative source of the universe. We're looking to feel connected at that level. So prayer, we talked about, as one tool for building that relationship. That prayer involves us, and the word involve means to roll into. So it involves us, it rolls us into the great mystery. It makes us a part, an aware part of the great mystery. And it demands from us both action and surrender. Sometimes we struggle with both of those things. We know what we should do, could do, might do, are moved to do, but we don't do. Sometimes we hang on to what is so tightly that we can't have a different experience. So surrender becomes part of prayer. And because all of that, especially the surrender word for some, can be very scary, thus the name, praying dangerously. Not that you're actually in any danger whatsoever. So dangerous prayer is for those who wish to engage prayer as a way of life. And this was the author's words that I'm reading, rather than an occasional hobby. So those who are ready to expand their prayer life beyond the limits of personal comfort and preferences, security, satisfaction, physical healing, and abundance. Now, there is nothing wrong with using prayer for any of those things. I am not saying that at all. That is one purpose and one level of prayer. But we're looking beyond that to the prayer that actually commits me to life itself, commits me to being a conduit for spirit and light to move through in the world. It commits me to service, sacred service, commits me to surrender. And then we looked at these words. It commits me, she said, to love, honor, cherish, and obey.
Sounds like wedding vows.
Yes, in whatever way is called forth in a given moment. And then we clarified the meanings of those words, because we often misunderstand what's meant by some of those words. So let's see what you remember about those words from the Taizé, and then we'll move forward.
Remind me what Taizé means.
Taizé is a specific form of meditation that was developed, I believe, in France by an order of monks, a particular order of
Lay
monks.
monks.
Okay, so
Lay
it's Buddhism.
monks. Huh?
Is it Buddhism?
No, it's not Buddhism. It's
Christian.
It's a Christian tradition.
Okay.
Specifically. Ours is not specifically Christian. We borrow the model. The model uses the interweaving of message, of maybe readings, of music and silence into a mixture that guides through meditation. So we took the general model, but then we made it our own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Creative.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We enjoy it. Some people enjoy it. So, for those who were here, or even if not, how did we define love? Love, honor, cherish, obey. How did we define love in the Taizé? Wait a second, let me see if anybody else. Anybody else first?
Me and love and service.
Okay, service.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that does tie into the definition that we gave, which was
Self-givingness of spirit.
that
And
self-givingness.
can I add that those words are from the wedding vows, but they're for the wedding vows for the woman. Obedience was left out of the wedding vows for the man. So I would like to apologize on behalf of my gender.
We haven't even gotten to what we mean by obedience here, but that's a whole other thing, so.
Get that.
All right, so self-givingness of spirit. One source, one life energy, giving of itself as all of creation. That's how we're defining love here. What about honor? To honor,
Respect all.
to respect all, yeah?
To respect the great mystery.
Respect the great mystery.
Go slow.
Go slow.
Look for the fine details in life and
Honoring each thing, yes. What else?
honoring ourselves.
Okay, but what's honor mean? I'm looking for a definition of how we're looking at honor. So respect is
About
part
self-love
of it.
and self-care
Slowing
and,
down, okay?
yeah.
Or of another, it's not all, honoring is
Yeah.
not all about self.
Well, you
but
have to
it's-
have yourself first to be able to give it
Yeah,
and hone it
Yeah.
in and fill yourself up, therefore you have it to give.
yes, true enough. Chris?
When we honor an agreement, we hold up our end of the bargain.
Okay, so that's the other piece that we talked about in Taizé, to fulfill an agreement
Oh, okay.
with respect. So to be in awe of the great mystery and consciously choose to play our part with awareness. That's our fulfilling of our agreement. So there's love and honor. What about cherish?
Cherish one another.
And I always think that's the same as love. So I don't know how to add to that.
Okay.
Is it more of a commitment to that self-lovingness? Or that
It's
givingness?
a commitment to, but the commitment comes because we
Love and honor and respect,
value
value.
another. Yeah.
It's kind of like a getting into flow of, like, the first thing I thought of though, well, I thought of her with her, oh my gosh, this girl does some magnificent jewelry. And she gets into flow with it, and it just comes up so beautiful. And it makes me cherish her creativity and her talent and her, you know. But the other thing too is like, the feeling that you have, like, for, like, when you're eating delicious food, you know, you're cherishing the food,
Yeah.
or you're cherishing a really, really fine glass of wine and you sip on it for 2 hours. You can do that with yourself, you can do that with each other,
Right.
and then just like, a lot of times you just like don't want to leave somebody because
Yeah.
you're cherishing them so much, and it's like, okay, until next time we meet, you know, and it's just, yeah, beautiful.
So to cherish, to value, to hold in great esteem,
Yeah.
to uplift, and therefore treat with love or self-givingness or affection. So to cherish brings in the valuing and the esteem and the respect with the love and the givingness. So it's like an up-leveling. All right, what about obey? Here's the potential trigger word.
Boy,
What did we say obey meant?
I've been waiting.
Mhm.
I've been waiting for you to say that definition again.
Okay.
Because I loved it, because I hate the word obey.
Yes.
And anybody that's my friend, it was not in my marriage vows. But you offered a new definition.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, I can do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, would someone else like to offer back my definition?
Listening towards.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's from the Latin root. It's the act of listening and actually hearing toward something. So in this example, obedience to the one source or the one life would be actually listening to the guidance that we're given, hearing it, and then taking some action. The action part is from the love part, the self-givingness. So to listen and hear toward something is to obey. So that doesn't mean that use our spouse, since it's in the vows that some people have used or use. Love, honor, cherish, and obey doesn't actually mean do what I tell you. It means hear me deeply and then make your decisions from that deep listening place.
Ooh, I
That's
like
what
that.
obey means. Chris?
Yeah.
When you were defining that, it reminded me of the Hebrew Shema. Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God. But it means more than just hear. It means to hear and respond
Right.
with some sort of action.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean, like you say, it doesn't mean necessarily do what I tell you.
No.
It means hear me fully and then respond appropriately, whatever's
Right.
appropriate for you.
Take into consideration what I have had to share with you, hear me deeply, and then act from that. That's true obedience.
Reminds me of Michael Beckwith always talks about reverential
Yes.
listening.
Yeah,
And it has that, to
Yeah.
it, that.
reverential listening, I love that. Thank you. So in total, to love, honor, cherish, and obey means what? Try to put it all in your own language. According to what we just said,
Be really, really good in fine detail. Really, really good in your listening.
okay? Great. Really, really deep, reverential,
Detail.
detailed listening. That's definitely a part of it.
To me, if I look at the whole thing, I think it is, and I might have these weaving terms incorrect, it's been a while. The weft and the weaving,
Warp and what?
warp and weft,
Yeah.
of, those are all the metrics of a divine relationship. That's what I
Okay.
think.
Love,
That we're
honor,
doing.
cherish, and obey are the metrics for a divine,
Or better than metrics, the threads.
the
The
threads.
threads of the fabric of our life.
There we are. The threads of the fabric of our life. That's beautiful. Chris, and then I'll come back over.
I think it's, the S word again, surrendering our preferences, our desires to the highest good, what I would call not my will, but thine be done.
Okay?
You know, but I define God's will as the highest and best for the collective, for all
Right.
of creation. And putting that above our preferences and our temporary wants and needs.
Okay, thank you. And back over here, and then I'm back over here, and then I'm over here.
Back to like being really good in your listening
Mhm.
and how like your brain is like a computer and it's been programmed, so it's got a lot of old stuff in it. And to be able to recognize, to make the distinction between the brain, the psychological, you know, and how you get triggered by it and stuff, and to like say, no, you know what, thank you, that's old stuff, recognize that, and then be able to open up to the awareness that you really are.
Yeah. To what's actually before you
Yeah.
and what's actually going
Yeah.
on now.
In the now.
Beautiful, thank you. And,
It's actually just being totally present.
okay.
If
being
you're
totally
present, if you're present, then you're gonna listen to other people. If you're present, then you're not gonna be out here thinking of other things when you're doing any situation, whether it's with your beloved or God or anyone else. Just to be present and pause.
Beautiful, thank you.
That's
I
my
love-
new motto. I decided to start pausing.
Ah, always a good idea. I thought I saw Bob, but I didn't, but Shirley. And then-
An earnest commitment to the cultivation of divine relationship.
Okay. Commitment to the cultivation of divine relationship. Nice. Jamie?
For me, it means just simply surrendering to the flow of life.
Surrendering to the flow of life.
Yeah. The divine flow, yeah.
Divine flow. And then Chris and then Lucinda.
I think being committed to living our most authentic self with integrity in the present moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Lucinda.
I was actually building up what Kimberly said, to be present, but with an open heart
Mm-hmm.
and an open mind.
Right. Well, you're not fully present,
Yeah.
actually, if your heart or your mind are closed. You're,
It's like changing the mind if it doesn't
Yeah.
serve you or anyone around you.
yeah.
If it's, negative and, because like Christians call it Satan messing with your mind, and the Toltec Indians call it the Motote.
Right.
Landmark calls it the noise, and AA calls it stinking thinking, and what are all the other names for that?
Monkey mind.
Yeah, So it's just like to be able to distinguish that and just go, go away, that's old stuff. This is, and like practicing presence
Yeah.
is the same as practicing awareness.
Yeah.
And
To
and
say-
that'll keep, it takes practice, because
Oh, yeah.
it'll keep, but eventually it goes away.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
okay,
It really does.
sign me up.
My
Mine's always there.
Yeah, so my experience is that I step in front of it and I can put it way out so far that I'm not noticing it. But as far as it not existing, I don't know, maybe.
It has to exist for
Anything's
us to
possible.
know
Anything's
that
possible.
we don't want it to
Yeah.
exist.
So, one more and then we're gonna go forward.
A lot of times when I start getting into my ego, because
Uh-huh.
that's what's really talking in the background is my ego.
Right.
I just say,
Right.
shut the puppy up.
Yeah.
Shut the puppy up. I used to say something else, but I
Yes, we
started,
got that.
and you know what? Now I've done it enough, it does shut up.
All right, well, that's cool. So I'm making us work today. Let it never be said that I ask you to check your brains in at the door. It's not ever gonna happen. So finally, during Taizé, we looked at the difference between translational and transformational prayer. How each is a part of our spiritual development. It's not that one is higher, better than the other, it's that they're just different. And that both are necessary for permanent and lasting change to occur in our lives and in our being. So there were a couple questions that I offered for reflection, but I'd like to take them now into discussion to hear what came up, comes up, whatever, and I have two specific questions. The first is, I'm gonna guide it right now. Okay. That's my job.
That's my feisty little kid in me.
I know. The first question comes from Ramana Maharshi, and it's the idea that the question that he put forth, who am I, might help us polish our prayer life. But that modern mystic Lee Lozowick's question, who am I kidding, might be even more powerful. Who am I takes us to one place, but who am I kidding takes us to an entirely different place. So what comes up for you when you ask yourself, who am I kidding?
Usually myself.
Okay, usually myself.
And then you look in the mirror and say, stop that crap. Because it's not doing you any good.
Yes.
Sometimes you're kidding no one.
Sometimes you're kidding no one.
That's right.
Often that's the case.
You think you are, or you hope you are.
But people see you
But-
before you see you.
Right,
And you see me before I see me.
right, yes.
Like something will come out of my mouth. For instance, when I was a kid, I had an underlying conversation because my mother was never pleasable. And at 9 years old, she came home, I cleaned the whole house, and she wasn't gonna find anything. I even did all the tops over, and she came home and she was still pissed off. And I decided at 9 years old that I was terrible. And so that kept coming out of my mouth. And we were in these groups in Wisdom Unlimited in Landmark Education down in LA, and we got in these groups, and we had to put sticky notes on each other if something negative came out of her mouth, and that came out of my mouth, I'm terrible, and somebody stuck it to me, and I went, I didn't say that. Did I say that? Well, yeah, you said that. I was like, what? Like, I was so unaware. So that's the beauty of like the connectedness that we are, that we get to, and not that it's a bad thing, it's just awareness. That's old stuff. I'm done with that.
done with it.
I'm wonderful, not terrible.
That's right. Wonderfully made.
Yeah.
Chris?
That reminds me of something you said one time, there is no privacy.
Mm-hmm.
Where people can see us for who we are by how we behave.
Right.
And that's okay.
And
Yeah,
that's the
how it is.
outward reflection. It's
Yeah.
just that we're not living privately. We're
Yeah.
living out loud in each other.
Right. So when you ask yourself the question, who am I kidding, might that point you to places that could use some inner work?
Absolutely.
I loved the question. He's kind of a rowdy, modern mystic kind of a teacher. I really like him a lot.
Who's that?
His name's Lee Lozowick, and it's not this is her, it's her teacher, Lee Lozowick, that posed that question to her. She took her on the whole journey of praying dangerous. So another idea that I presented was that the most dangerous prayer of all is yes. What does that mean to you?
That when you do a prayer and then you say yes, that means you accept it.
Okay, so it's an acceptance,
Right.
all right?
You accept it and everything that goes with it.
And everything that goes with it. Because do we always know the outcomes that are going to come with our yeses? Michael?
It leads us to that big C word, commitment.
Commitment!
Oh,
No, commitment. Yikes.
The other C word, courage.
And courage? Yeah. What about to,
Believing in yourself when you say yes,
okay, believing in yourself
to move forward.
to move forward?
Sometimes you can have all of those things. You can have courage and commitment, but if it's a long yes, and you're right in the
Yes.
middle, and there are moments that you're thinking, what the? And you just have to get, it's that next part of the yes that
Yes.
you can get to, because there are these moments that are intense.
Yes.
And you're not sure, maybe that's where the courage comes, you're not sure yourself that you can do it.
Yes. The commitment to this, to the creation and operation of this thing we call spiritual community was a humongous yes. And I gotta tell you, there are many, many days that I have to sit with that accountability and that responsibility and that commitment to say yes all over again, because something will come up, something will happen, either in my personal life or in the community, that leads me to think, is this right? Is this the right direction? And yet it's the commitment to the yes that helps me get through the storms and back on level ground to know that this is good and this is right for me. I'm gonna go Lucinda and then Cherie.
Saying yes is also stepping into the unknown and accepting another really big C word, change.
Change. Yes, it's full on stepping in, and there may likely be change, and it may be unpredictable. Cherie and then Brent. No? Oh, okay.
I just wanted to bring up the F word.
Go ahead.
Faith.
Faith.
Thank you, Cherie.
Thank you, that's where I was going. Because that ends with faith.
That is, when you're at that stopping point, if you don't
Right.
know you could get to the,
Yeah.
whatever that thing is, thank you for the F word.
It's the F word we needed,
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Yeah, WTF, where's the faith?
I love it.
Did you have a hand?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to build off of what you were saying, and a little bit about what you were saying in the spirit of C words, compassion too.
Compassion.
Or when we just, for ourselves.
Yes.
Or when we
Yes.
when we feel like we don't have the courage.
Right.
When we feel like the change is too scary, like
Yeah.
compassion, like, don't beat yourself up, because that's just going
Right.
to spiral you down.
That's right.
Yeah.
So self-compassion
Thank you.
is gonna take you to the place of being able, we talked in Teze about one of the phases of prayer work is waiting. And sometimes we're in the depths of it, and it feels like we're never going to come out. But if our faith is strong enough, if we're giving ourselves the compassion to let ourselves be where we are for a while, eventually we have the opportunity in the waiting to come back out into the yes again. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that was good.
So I would like to share a little bit, make a little pivot to something else that I read this week in this book. I'm really enjoying this book. In a variety of non-dual traditions, first of all, who can tell me what a non-dual tradition is? So I don't leave people behind with the language.
We need a reminder.
Okay, Michael?
We are all one.
Yeah, oneness.
Everything is all one.
Okay.
There is no duality at all.
So it's the unity principle that says what we want to call God or source or infinite intelligence or whatever it is, lives, breathes, and has its being as all of creation. There is no actual separation between us and what we would call God. Chris, and then...
Yeah, I think the classical duality is power, two powers of good and evil.
Right.
And there is no power of evil in and of itself.
There's just power.
There's just power, yeah, and it can be used for good or for...
Yeah, it can be used in many
Lots of
ways,
it.
but there's just power.
I got a brain cramp here. Duality. I lost it for a second.
All right.
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Tell me the question again.
What is non-duality? What are we talking about with non-duality?
What came to mind, earlier you said, look at all the people, while they're still here.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, what I'm learning is, and this might be kind of hard to take at first, because at first I was like, what? But then I realized, I've literally died and come back, and I got to see the separateness of my physical body and my being, and not just one time. And this one's pretty incredible, you guys. The body is born and the body dies.
Mm-hmm.
But we are never born
Right.
and we never die.
That's non-duality.
Yeah.
That's non-duality.
Right there. You nailed it. Another way of saying it.
Thank you for the distinction, because I didn't really get that. So it's so cool because there's so many different parables, and that's the beauty of all of us interacting with each other, because that's what we change it up and we learn what things mean to other people and other cultures and the whole world. It heals the world. So if everyone just had peace in their hearts, there would be more peace in the world. There would be more peace, love, and kindness in the world. And we, around the world, win. Like, say it as if it already is.
Yeah, as we did in our...
That we would weigh the scales, and there would be, if there's just 51% of people in the world with peace in their hearts, there would be no war.
It's true. It's true.
It's an inside job.
It's an inside job. Peace has to start with each one of us.
And it's a process. It takes practice, practice, practice.
Yes, it does. So this sense of non-duality for me, it means that even in the moments when I forget to pray, or when I feel so down, I'm in one of those places, that I don't even want to pray, or that I've lost my faith and I just can't go to prayer, it means that I can recognize that someone somewhere is praying. Lots and lots of someone's somewhere are praying. So can I surrender into the prayer that's already happening and allow it to strengthen and carry me? So this is the idea that she's talking about. I want to share her paragraph on this. In the moment when I couldn't pray, I knew that prayer was arising from the hearts of men and women and children around the world. as surely as mist was rising from meadows. I knew that my spiritual teacher was praying. I also realized that there was prayer in the coursing of my blood through my veins, in my heart beating, my lungs expanding and contracting. God simply was, and God was praying. I was helped by the circumstances or by grace to step back and let prayer be there through me. However it happened, prayer was taking place. There was this sense of being instructed in simply giving up and being advised to, quote, let me, capital M, do it. Let me carry you through prayer. Let me pray through you. The me being, well, the divine, God, my teacher, all of the above perhaps. What do you think of this idea that prayer is always happening and that we can surrender to allowing prayer to happen through us without our need to put any kind of words or even attention or anything on it other than realizing it's happening through us, and so it is. What do you think of that idea?
It reminds me of the autonomic nervous system.
Okay, the autonomic
Where
nervous system.
you're not in charge of really your breath or your blood flow or your different organs doing. They do what they know they need to do without me telling them what to do. So it'd be like that idea. Instead of the parasympathetic. Thank you. Where we are directing from our own senses. So it's something beyond our own control that takes over into the body.
Yeah. Chris?
The absolute reality is that we can never be separate from God. But we experience separation from God through our dualistic stinking thinking. And but the truth is that we are still connected. We just have shut off that channel or muted that microphone so we're not hearing the divine. And so it is always there. That consciousness is always there. And I think it was Craig Hamilton or Jeff Carrera that talked about just tune into the meditation that's already
Always
going on.
happening, yeah. That was Jeff Carrera,
Yeah.
who also followed Ramana Maharshi, non-dualist. So Camlin and then.
So you made me think of something that helped me a lot. Like I know a lot of people get anxiety and they don't know what to do with it, and like they put me on Xanax, but that is, I learned that pharmaceutical means pharmakia, which means sorcery, which puts you under a spell. You can literally you can regulate your hormones just by drinking peppermint tea. Spearmint tea. Peppermint tea helps with pain, and then there's chamomile, so many herbs and stuff. But one of the things that I learned from my yoga instructor is the parasympathetic nervous system. When you're like, and you're powering through stuff, it amps up your parasympathetic nervous system. But when you breathe into your diaphragm, you go, put your fingers up under your ribcage. You just keep doing that.
Downshifts.
And it calms down your parasympathetic nervous system.
Yeah.
And it helps you to just calm down. So I've suffered with years with anxiety, and if anybody has any thing to bring to that, I would love it, because it just takes practice to manage that and to get away from any kind of pharmaceutical. There's all kinds of herbs and stuff to do.
Yeah, just the breathing,
Yeah, the breath work.
to downshift that. Yeah, we worked with that in emotional intelligence last term too. So Shri and then Chris.
Mine had to do with the breath too, in the way that like Chris was talking about the autonomic. And a lot of times when we begin a meditation or do something that Pamela was talking about, where, you know, you're concentrating on your breath and concentrating on almost like controlling it, right? Like to calm down. But then at some point it's like, now just let it be natural. And to me, that's what you were saying, where you're just allowing prayer that's already happening. And so it's like allowing breath that's already happening with absolutely no effort, with absolutely no thought, and just surrendering and allowing that and accepting that grace that's already occurring.
Right.
And prayer and spirit is that too. We sometimes think that we have to do something, you know, and we can just sit and know.
Yeah. Thank you. Chris?
I just wanted to add that the ancient Hebrew word for spirit in the Old Testament is ruach, which also means breath.
Yeah.
So when we take a breath, we're actually filling up with spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
Reconnecting.
So I have one more Bob, and then I have one more passage I do want
I
to share.
just wanted to add about breathing. Like when I have a physical or go to the doctor's, I think I have like the white coat syndrome. At home, I have a blood pressure monitor, and I'd be fine. And I get to the doctor's office, it'd be 20, 30 points higher.
Yeah.
But then I learned to, before my appointment, just breathe deeply. And
Yeah, when you go into the office while you're waiting for them to get
Right.
there, my doctor always says, I don't ever hardly see people sit and you appear to be meditating before you're, that's what I'm doing.
But it does help when you get a normal reading.
Yeah,
One quick thing, when you are stressed, like I didn't know I had a hiatal hernia.
Yeah.
And it was a big knot right there, and it was really sore. And I've seen people, like doctors, literally go in and cut it out with a knife, when all you have to do is do that breath work, and then push it down, bring it back down, because it gets all tight. So just open it back up.
That's right. A knife needed.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to share one more passage in this. She's referring back to an author named Corrie ten Boom. Does anyone know that name? Okay. So she wrote a book called The Hiding Place about her experience in a concentration camp. So Corrie ten Boom in her book The Hiding Place tells a story that verifies this point further. After the war, following her confinement at Ravensbrück by the Nazis, where she suffered humiliation and extremes of deprivation, she traveled in Germany speaking on the subject of forgiveness. In a church service in Munich, she was shocked for the first time to recognize among the congregation a former SS man, one of her actual jailers. Meeting her as the church was emptying, the man expressed his gratitude for her message and put out his hand to her. But Corrie was as if paralyzed, unable to forgive him, unable to extend her hand. Feelings of anger and vengeance arose in her, and she immediately saw the horror of them. Lord Jesus, she prayed, forgive me and help me to forgive him. Several times she tried to raise her hand back, tried to smile, but could not. Again she prayed, asking for God's own forgiveness to heal her. When at last she was able to take his hand, a most incredible thing happened. From my shoulder, along my arm, and through my hand, a current seemed to pass from me to him, while into my heart sprang a love for this stranger that almost overwhelmed me. And so I discovered that it is not on our forgiveness any more than on our goodness that the world's healing hinges, but on his, and this is a reference to spirit. When he tells to love our enemies, he gives, along with the command, the love itself. So if I can allow Spirit to pray through me, as we were just discussing, turning, in her words, my pain into praise and blessing, can I also allow Spirit to forgive through me?
I think that's what Jesus was doing. He said, Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. Humanly, I can't forgive them, you know, I'm in my last moments here, but the Spirit within me can.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes that's the only part of you that can forgive.
It comes to changing the mind. Change your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Change your life.
So it's something to think about in those really hard, sticky places where we feel like there's no way that I can ever forgive this person, that circumstance. It comes down to a willingness. Am I willing to allow the one source of all of life to move forgiveness through me so that I might break the chains that exist between me and this circumstance or person?
There was a real tear between my former husband and I, and we haven't been around each other very much, but when we're around each other, it's like I got the plague. And I always try to, so I always try to send love, and I do a lot of ha'onoponopono. And a few weeks ago, he came to get my grandson, and I'm sitting on the couch, and he came in to go to the bathroom, and he turned around and looked at me and goes, "There you are." That was a healing. And I realized that it was done.
Yeah. No more reaction, no more trigger.
No. That everything that I had done toward him with love, I mean, I don't expect we're going to have heart to heart in the future, but it was finished. I felt like it was leveled out.
I mean, when that happens.
Oh my goodness, I just went,
done.
whoa.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share that really forgiveness, because I've forgiven him over and over.
Right.
You know, and that he hadn't forgiven me. So that was like a feather in my cap.
Are you open to the possibility of having a heart-to-heart?
Oh, I mean, I would always. He's not a talker.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
So she said in that paragraph, with the commandment to love our neighbors as ourselves, all of them, and to love our enemies, along with the commandment comes the love itself. What do you think about that? If it's there, what does it take for us to access it?
I think that goes with the idea that God doesn't call the qualified, but qualifies the called.
Yeah.
And I was actually talking about this with one of the monks at Dew Clairvaux Vineyard and the Abbey. He said, you know, when God calls you to do something, then He gives you everything you need to do that successfully.
Yeah. Everything, whether you want to think of it as He gives you, because that's
that was
another,
his,
right, that was
way of
his,
saying it.
yeah, his verbiage. Or accepting that we inherently are born with everything we'll ever need to accomplish whatever it is that we are called to accomplish. Now, placing our faith in the fact that that is so, that's part of the journey.
We already have it inside of us.
We already have it. Factory equipment.
And the God that's giving it to us is within us.
Is within all, yeah. Yeah. So is there anything else that needs to be spoken before we wrap up this conversation?
Just a thought on all that was just said. It sounds like we have to invoke it, call it forth, and allow it to be expressed.
Okay, so to call it forth, to invoke it, to bring our awareness,
as if it already
Realign us.
realign us, yeah, to what's already available to us. All right.
And so it is. Thank you.
So it
Thank
is.
you.
So it is.
This was very, very powerful. I'm sorry. I'm going to go back and listen to what I missed.
Well, good, I'm
Because,
glad. I'm glad
wow.
you enjoyed it. I was, yesterday with Chris, I said, oh, I'm a little concerned, it might get a little pokey for some people, I don't know. But every time I have that question, I go, nope, that is what you're supposed to do.
That's the monkey mind.
That's right.
Just say cancel clear.
That's right, yes.
I want to start with a thank you to all of you because
Yeah,
it is
gratitude.
exactly what I needed. And thank you, And I'm going to do a reread too. I'm going online after a nap maybe, and rereading it.
I'm with
to have
Heidi
it-
nap first and then reread.
Yeah, and that's okay too because that helps our reading.
And this book, for anyone who's interested in a good book, I've read it before and I'm going back for a redo on it, and it's really pretty phenomenal, so.
Can you go back online and look at all of them? Because I'm
All the way back to the
learning.
first one.
There's so much to learn.
Yeah. Over 6 years worth. It's all there.
I mean, for this, the Mystic Heart.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. On
Yes.
our website, we have all the videos and the transcripts.
There's a
I
wonderful
haven't done that yet.
6 years.
There's a wonderful library
Yeah.
there, and there's also a prayer wall
Yeah.
too.
There's
A
all
what?
kinds of things.
A prayer, there's
prayer
a
wall.
prayer, there's an
wall,
electronic
your
prayer wall
requests, you can go
that's
in,
remarkable.
Put in your prayer requests on
It's
the prayer
beautiful.
wall, and,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
There's
that's,
all kinds of things. Go poke around and explore in there. You'll find all kinds of
If
goodies.
anybody's open to the possibility of helping Diana in her garden or helping Gary, it's a great meditation and there's a lot of free vegetables.
Okay, so right now I'm going to use a prayer, another one. I used one of her prayers to close the first Teze. And I'm going to use one of her readings and then tack on my ending of a prayer to close this conversation. This is called Praying Dangerously. Deliver us, O God, O truth, O love, from quiet prayer, from polite and politically correct language, from appropriate gesture and form, and whatever else we think we need to invoke or to praise you. Let us instead pray dangerously, wantonly, lustily, passionately. Let us demand with every ounce of our strength. Let us storm the gates of heaven. Let us shake up ourselves and our plaster saints from the sleep of years. I love this lady. Let us pray dangerously. Let us throw ourselves from the top of the tower. Let us risk a descent to the darkest region of the abyss. Let us put our head into the lion's mouth and direct our feet to the entrance of the dragon's cave. Let us pray dangerously. Let us not hold back a little portion, dealing out our lives, our precious minutes and our energies like some efficient accountant. Let us rather pray dangerously, naked, unsafe, wasteful. Let us ask for nothing less than the infinite to ravage us. Let us ask for nothing less than annihilation in the fires of love. Let us not pray in holy half measures, nor walk the middle path for too long, but pray madly, foolishly. Let us be too ecstatic. Let us be too overwhelmed with sorrow and remorse. Let us be undone and dismembered and gladly. Left to our own devices, what structures of deceit we have created. What battlements erected, what labyrinths woven, what traps set for ourselves and then fallen into. Enough. Let us pray dangerously. Hot prayer, wet prayer, fierce prayer, fiery prayer, improper prayer, exuberant prayer, drunken and completely unrealistic prayer.
Every day, all day long.
Let us say yes again and again and again, and yes some more. Let us pray dangerously. The most dangerous prayer is yes.
Yes, sailing yes to life.
So right here and right now, we accept the challenge. We say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes to the growth and change being called forth by means of each one of us.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes to the commitment to consciously walk the spiritual path.
Yes.
Yes to those subtle stirrings and voices that I recognize as divine wisdom.
Yes.
No more shrinking, no more hiding. I'm here to grow into the fullness of who I came here to be.
Yes!
I'm here to shine my full light in the world.
Yes!
I love it. And also I say yes to the humility that reminds me who and whose I am.
Yes! Yes!
I say yes to remembering to feel and express gratitude for the countless blessings in my life.
Yes!
Both those that feel warm and fuzzy and those that challenge me to grow in compassion, patience, persistence, forgiveness, peace, and grace.
Yes! Yes!
I trust and know that I am held and loved by the mighty presence and power, even as I am an intentional expression of it.
Yes!
I am secure in this love. My deep faith anchors me. I need nothing else.
Yes!
I align myself with its intelligence, wisdom, and grace, and in this communion I am whole.
Yes!
Thank you.
I live my life from the state of being, allowing it to give rise to all I do. By every act I am prospered. I have all that I need in every moment. As I accept and know these words as truth, my heart is at ease. I am at peace. Thank you, Great Spirit, Mother, Father, God, for all that I have, for all that I am. I appreciate and give thanks for all of it without exception. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that my prayers are always answered. I let go and let God, and so it is.
So it is. Yes!
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you,
Whew. Wow. You guys are exuberant today. Woo! So as we close our time in conversation, we are offered the opportunity for you to share of your financial well-being with the community. As an independent, self-sustaining organization, we depend on your generous contributions and gifts of support. So if you are online today, you can go to mysticheart.org and you'll find a donate button or mailing address. And we're gonna know that the video is gonna work for this second half. This is Eddie Watkins Jr. Say Yes to Life.
Well, it may be something special.
Oh yeah? Lest we forget. Wow. Nope, okay. I guess we're going to do Lest We Forget now. Oh, we can do Say Yes next week or sometime. That's funny. Are we having a video?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's coming. I see that stern look on his face.
I know, but
Waiting is.
it can, yeah. We're only going to wait so long because we're going to have lunch. And in the 30 or so more seconds that we'll wait before we move forward, let me just remind you that there's a new bulletin out for August. All the new upcoming classes and groups are listed in there with the materials needed, and not full descriptions yet of the material, but with all the details about the where, the when, the what to order, the time, all that stuff is in there. All right, so, Cherie, let's just move, Chris, let's just go ahead and move forward again. I don't know what's up with the videos today, but we must not be supposed to see them, so turn it over to Cherie.
Next week.
Yep.
She's gonna sing her way through the orchestra.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, we got it.
The sun came up with mercy wide. No storm to break, no tears to hide. The table's full, the job feels right. The prayers are short most every night.
No manna falls, but I don't Bills are paid, the pain stepped back. But in the ease, my heart drifts slow to fields where gratitude won't grow.
Lest we forget the hand that feeds, the quiet gift in every need, the breath we borrow, the strength we spend. It all comes down from heaven again. So teach my soul in peace and rest to thank you still, lest I forget.
I've known the nights I begged for light and felt your nearness in the fight. But now the winds have learned to sleep. I close my eyes, I start to keep
The glory for this gentle tide, as if I build the waves that rise. Forgive the pride, the drifting song that only sings when things go wrong. Lest we forget the hand that feeds, the quiet gift in every need, the breath we borrow, the strength we spend. It all comes down from heaven again. So teach my soul in peace and rest to thank you still, lest I forget. High on the hill or low in dust, you are the same. So I will trust, not just when skies are burning red, but in the calm, lest I forget. Lest we forget the hand that feeds, the quiet gift in every need, the breath we borrow, the strength we spend. It all comes down from heaven again. So teach my soul in peace and rest to raise a song when I feel blessed, to bow in joy and not regret, and praise you still, lest I forget.
Just knowing that these gifts come from your heart. And from spirit, as spirit. So grateful for our time today together and our food to come. And so grateful for these gifts, knowing that they come into our community and nourish our community and circulate into it and then back to us. And I know that we are all good stewards of that circulation. And so blessed. And together we affirm this by saying, and so it is. Thank you. Amen.
That's right. Everybody has a part there.
hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. A whole new life for you and me. Take your past and set it free, and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, truth come through you, may good flow to you, let joy renew you until we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, 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 love be with you until we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, now breathe it in. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you until we meet again. Love be with you, ooh, love be with you, now breathe it in. Love be with you. Love you. Thank you for being here. Stay for lunch if you'd like.